Real talk, no BS. No scripts, no favors, no referee. What they won't say, we address it directly. Street news, street politics, respect the integrity. Real talk, no BS. Real talk, no BS. No filters, no cap, no sensitivity. From the corner to the courts, it's the recipe. If it ain't real life, don't mention me. It's for the blocks where the cameras don't stay, where the truth get buried.
What's the deal? Real talk, no BS. Like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell Tim will do it again. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss no more videos, shorts, demonstrations, or updates on Nolan Wells again. A lot's been going on in my personal life. Appointments and things kept me away from the internet, kept me from being able to do my job and call it how it is and like I was supposed to be. And we have the young lady that was there. Shout out to Willie D for the content. I am a subscriber. I do watch the content. She said she know what happened to Nolan and what's going in that day. So we gonna get to this content. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you don't miss nothing, and the algorithm won't push me out of your view. Go ahead and get this pulled up.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Anna Seymour is the young lady who says she saw Nolan Wells last when he was involved in an altercation on Horn Island between some other guys. Not sure if these were his so-called friends who killed him, but who allegedly killed him. I guess I gotta say allegedly. Anyway, but she said she saw an altercation and it was really heated.
Right. The people, and they want to make sure that it's alleged said, right? Okay, make that make sense. How? I'm gonna get up in here for y'all real quick. How is the body found 2 days later in a spot that was already covered by search and rescue, air and ground and sea? Hell, it don't make sense. Something else happened that's not getting put on the puzzle board with the rest of the puzzle. But we're gonna get to this content and let the content be the content.
It's like they was getting ready to fight or something. And next thing you know, Nolan shows up a couple days later dead. Now, I don't have a picture of the woman, but her comments are making its rounds on social media. What I do want to mention here, though, is that this judge right here, this judge, the judge is to the right. The woman to her left is a woman who she allegedly is responsible for not protecting. See, that woman was trying to get a protective order against her husband, boyfriend, or whoever this guy was to her. And she wouldn't grant it to her. So the woman turns up dead. The guy ends up killing her. And this turns out to be another bad decision on this judge's behalf. If you talk to people in the Mississippi area where she lives and works, they consistently say she is a horrible judge. Now, why is this judge name popping up all over Nolan Wells's case? Well, she is the stepmother of Warren Hudson, the guy on your left there, right? Warren was supposed to be one of Nolan's friends, right? He's one of the guys.
So if that's the case, right? Everybody done seen First 48, True Crimes, all that, right? The friends normally get brought in like day 1, day 2, right? At least no later than day 2, right? Makes sense. And Warren, that's supposed to be my understanding, his right-hand man. So if the right-hand man ain't said nothing, ain't been brought in for questioning, none of the friends been brought in for questioning, don't that look a little crazy? Then you have a judge, right? Judge. I guess the word around the internet, they call it stepmama judge. I think it's hilarious. Want to be appointed to the case, but can't be. Want to handle something, but can't. And it's one of the mothers of the boys that was with Nolan. Make sense.
Who was allegedly out there on the boat with Nolan when Nolan allegedly walked off and to the sunset with some girl conveniently. Now remember, the girl said she did speak with Nolan briefly, but then Nolan took off and went towards the boat where his friends were to rejoin his friends. Next thing you know, Nolan is dead. Everybody goes back home but Nolan. Not only does everybody go back home, but they go to sleep just a few hours after they hear word that their friend is missing. Now,
if that's my homie, that's my friend, and I find out they missing, I'm not asleep till I find something else out. Or I'm out trying to find my friend. Because in 2026, ain't too many things such as friends. It's more like brother, sister, my relative, those types of terms. So that means you have enough care within you to go find your people, right? Go see about your people. Make it make sense.
I don't know about you, fam, but I could be knocked out. I could have some drink running through my veins. I could be totally spent. But if I hear about somebody I was hanging out with, especially somebody who's supposed to be a friend, was missing, and we're talking about out in that water, it's a potential chance that he's out there in that water, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. Now, I tell you, fam, I'm pretty sure I'm harder than all of his friends combined. I'm pretty sure that I've went through more than all of them combined. I'm pretty sure I'm more battle tested than all of them combined. And I wouldn't be able to get any sleep if something like that happened to my friends. Now, here these guys are. Check them out. These are the prime suspects. Let the public tell it. The police ain't gonna tell it. The police ain't got no suspects. I don't think the police want any suspects. But that's why he was one of them. That's Warren. Just saw him. Eli Jax. Remember Jax? Remember when Nolan's father was talking about retrieving his keys, and Jax was the one who came to the door all disheveled, and he was like, I don't know where the keys are. Then 5 minutes later, he produced the keys to his car. What was he doing with the keys to his car? Anyway, fam.
Nah. We got to stop that right there, and we got to take a couple seconds to go back. How or why? And because me and my lady talk about that, we were talking about this, and my question was, why weren't the keys with him? Because if I go anywhere, I don't care. Even if I pull up to my boy's house, my keys are with me. If I jump in his car, my keys are with me. Right along with my phone, wallet, whatever else I got with me. Whatever else. It's with me. It could be the rest of my food from lunch. It's with me. My phone, my keys, my wallet. Those aren't things that you just randomly leave around. I'm not finna just randomly, unless I'm staying at my boy house that night, we going out of town or something. Either way, what I'm saying is my keys are within my vicinity somewhere to where I can easily access them. I'm not leaving them at the homie's house. It's not happening.
This case is beyond suspicious. All of these guys, including Eric, are beyond suspicious. So is Morgan. Now, I'm not sure if Morgan Seymour is related to Anna Seymour. I don't know if that's his sister or what. I think I heard somebody say that was his sister. I'm not sure if that is his sister. But I tell you what I am sure of. I am sure that this is the Seymour family. This is the Seymour clan. Now, I don't know how old this picture is, but these are the Seymours. And so they've been around for years. This picture looked like it could have been way back in the 40s or 50s. Why is that significant? It's significant because these people are closely related to power in Mississippi, authority in Mississippi. You got one of the friends whose father is a former fire captain. You got another one whose stepmother is a judge. And we're not really sure about the relationships that others have. But oftentimes in these towns, people are, especially these small towns, people are interconnected. And they look out for each other when they're not harming each other. If it's somebody outside of the race or it's an outsider, they're going to all stick together.
Right.
This is why living in these type of towns are dangerous. You're living in these little one-light towns, and I'm not saying it's that small, but it's a figure of speech, where you have the fire chief, the police chief, the deputies, the judge, the person in the permits department, the person in the survey department, the school superintendent, the principal. All of them know each other. They all family or friends. They all went to school together. They all grew up together. So when something happens, especially something like this, where some white boys was hanging out with a black boy and the black boy ended up dead, they are absolutely not going to be in the mood to be trying to use resources and time to identify the killers. If they do spend any time trying to identify the killers, it will only be for self-knowledge so that they can know who the killers are amongst them, because they really don't like competition when it comes to killing. So if they got a killer amongst them, they need to know who that killer is, just in case they need to hold it over their head for something down the line. They need to make them do something or whatever. Because, come down the line, might take 10 years. Because, murder don't have an expiration date, right? There ain't no statute of limitations for murder. So it could be 10 years, 20 years down the line. And they might want a favor. You don't want to do it? Okay, well, I would just think that you might want to do it for me since, I took care of that little thing,
That's all it is. And that's all that's happening right now. One back is being scratched for another. My name is Big LA. I have my own opinion on things. And blow this thing up. And a knack of common sense out of this world. You say he walked off with his little baby, right? With his little thing, right? I'm just trying to understand. If that, if that happened, that means he should reappear. She reappeared, went home. But nobody saw him. Nobody saw what happened, which way he went, nothing, right? And again, didn't find the body for 2 days, but found the body, right? Found the body in the same spot of where they already looked through. Okay. I mean, it was placed there. And viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings on some of these words. That means he was placed there. So how don't somebody know what happened, right? The ones or one or whatever that placed him in that spot for him to be found. We're going to get back to this, food for thought. How you find something where you already looked at.
While back for you. What are you talking about? What you talking about? The NIGGR, you know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, him. Yeah, no. Yeah, you know. We talked about that. I know you did it. Next thing you know, favor for a favor. No way possible you can get me to live in Mississippi. Hell no. I feel dirty for even going to Mississippi the few times I went. It is just a backwards state. It's a horrible place. Horrible people. Just horrible people. And let them tell it they're decent. They killers. These people are killers. They are incorrigible. They're incorrigible, man. They are incorrigible.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The ones of us that's down there, the percent of the because there's some of us down there, right? The ones of us that's there that got a backbone, they leave Mississippi. The ones that are, yes, sir, no, sir, they live long lives in Mississippi. Facts is facts. Go look at the numbers. You ain't got to believe nothing I'm saying. Go do your research. Make it make sense. Promising athlete in college, trying to do his life the right way. Seemed like jealousy to me. Let's go.
Can't be helped. Cannot be helped. They are who they are. Demons, devils. Can't help them. They don't want to be helped. It's like that. that gene that gets passed down for generations and generations and generations and generations. It's almost like a rite of passage. The way that people in law enforcement and in the courts, prominent people, you know, in Mississippi who are doctors and lawyers and educators, you know, businessmen and women, it's a rite of passage for them to do blackface. Almost all of them, especially if they go to school, if they join a sorority or a fraternity, they do blackface. That's their thing, you know? They are really stuck in time. I couldn't be around people like that. We're talking about prime uncivilized mutts. And I absolutely believe that Nolan Rhymes Wells' so-called friends
Hey, man. Let me know what y'all think in these comments, man. You asked me some diabolical work behind the scenes is being done in this situation. They don't want to just finger one of their people, because that's a snowball effect, if you will. Because if this person hiding something, that means somebody else had to hide something. And if somebody else had to hide something, somebody else had to do something else for something to be hid all the way. They try to wash away things like this. That's why we got voices, especially as content creators, reactors. We got voices. We need to use them. Again, to the family, my deepest condolences to your loss. Rest in heaven, Nolan Wells. Y'all jump in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell Tim I'll do it again. Hit that notification bell so y'all don't miss no more videos, shorts, or updates on Nolan Wells again. And it means in between, we'll rock with you.
Buried under headlines and pain, we don't glamorize pain, we contextualize facts, put the